So moving on to the artboard with the car, we are going to grab the eraser tool. After we select the part of the car we want to erase. So I'm going to click and drag over the back of the car and about there. It's going to select the majority of the car, but it's not going to select up here because I don't want to accidentally erase that. I don't want to erase any tires or anything. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to grab the eraser tool, change it to 40 points instead of 20. And then with the eraser tool selected, we're going to press the Shift key and draw at a 45-degree angle down. So we're going to press Shift. Oops. It doesn't seem to like me. Alright, that worked. Okay, for some reason me drawing at a 45-degree angle up works a lot better for me. But who knows? Some of these tools can be finicky. Alright, no need to be perfect. So just do what you can. We're then going to make sure all of this shape is grouped. And now we're going to create a compound path. Compound paths let us use a vector object to cut a hole into another object. So we're going to do that on the next one here. So we are going to drag this guy into here. Then select both of these. So they're both selected. And we're going to do object here. I'm going to drag mine on top a little bit so you can see what's happening. We're going to do object, compound path, make. So the object that is on top will automatically get cut out of the object in front. So now we can drag that over here. Select all of that, hit group, call it a day, Command S, Control S, file save. So let's work on combining shapes. Now, I already showed you one combine shape tool twice because it's my favorite. And we're going to keep moving on from there. So we're going to select everything but the shape of the wheel. We're going to fill it to be that reddish color. You can see that there's strokes somewhere and not strokes other places. You want to make sure, if I hover over the wheel, then I know for sure I don't have it selected, don't have that selected. We're going to use the Create Shape tool, and I'm going to ignore this shape right here, but if I just drag along here, I can combine those shapes. Let's say I didn't want that shape, that rectangle. Notice that it's a rectangle, a circle, and then a kind of a curved line here that's made up this shape. So just dragging across, we can do that. Next, I'm going to hold down Alt or Option, and notice the plus sign has become a minus. And now I can drag through that and eliminate anything that I wanted to eliminate. The next thing I'm going to do is also get rid of that stroke. There we go. We're now also going to want to get rid of the wheel. So let's select that shape we made plus the wheel. And we're going to hold down Option or Alt again and eliminate that wheel well. Actually, we're going to want it all. Let's select all of it. I just Command Z and went back, but I'm going to hold down Option and Alt one more time. I'm going to run through that all. There we go. Now I've also cut out of that other shape. And I'm guessing that's where our wheel we just made would go eventually. I'm going to select all of that, hit group, and call it a day. Now we got to make a little door. So let's go to artboard number 9. So now we're going to work on combining objects using pathfinders. So with the selection tool, we're going to drag across the circle and rectangles with the black strokes, just those. So I'm just going to kind of drag. If I zoom in here, you can see I'm just dragging like right there, just to get those two shapes. And now we're going to come over here to Pathfinder, which is in our Options tool over here, or Quick Selects over here, or Quick Properties. And we're going to select the Unite button. That's the one where the two squares look like they've combined. And we're going to select that. Now notice that that has united it. But that's united the strokes, but we'll still be able to edit both separately. So we're going to choose Select, Deselect, and I'm just going to grab this circle here with my Direct Select tool, I think. How are we doing that? Double click the black stroke. Oh, we have to go into isolation mode. So with my normal selection tool, I'm going to double click that black stroke. Supposedly, we'll see the whole circle. I'm not seeing it though. Alright, so that being said, what went wrong? Let's Command Z out a little bit. Select both these shapes. Should just be the Unite one. Oh, okay. So we are supposed to edit undo after doing that. I misread. So we're going to go back. So now we're going to select Option or Alt and then press the Unite button. There we go. See, now we have both our shapes. Now we're going to double click into isolation mode, and now we can edit it a little bit. Oh, much better. So my mistake, I needed to hold down Alt or Option and then click on Unite. Oh, how things change. So now we'll always be able to edit those two shapes. I'm going to, in isolation mode only. So we're going to change the fill to that door color, get rid of the stroke, make sure all of this object is grouped, Command S, File S, File Save. And now we're going to create that trailer that we just made. Ah, it wasn't a bobbing, it was a propane tank. So I'm going to zoom out several times. And I'm going to go over here to the trailer and I'm going to start assembling it. So I've got the wheel, the door, the window, and this is the tank. Now I can select that whole thing and group that again. And there's our trailer. Now we're going to make a flame just out of this one line. How are we going to do that? So in lesson 3, we learned about creating shapes and paths, but we can also use a reshape tool to sketch parts of a path without distorting its overall shape. So let's go over here and get artboard number 10 all fit into our view. We're going to make sure Smart Guides are on by going View, Smart Guides, and you should have a check by them. We'll need them. We're going to use the selection tool to click on the path labeled Start. So here's a little path here. We're then going to click on the Edit Toolbar button, the three dots at the bottom of the toolbar. We're going to scroll in the menu, it appears, and we're going to drag the Reshape tool under the Rotate tool. So Reshape, I just had it, is under Modify. And we're going to drag that onto the Rotate tool right here. So now if you click and hold, you have all of these. I'm going to close that toolbar, and now I can click on this here. It'll create an anchor, and I can draw away with it. Create another anchor here. Now we got a nice little curve. So now we're going to edit the Width tool. This is another fun lesson. So we're going to select the Width tool in the toolbar, and that's this guy that looks like a flower to me right here. And we are going to click on the middle and drag out. Anywhere you drag, it actually makes it bigger or smaller. So you'll notice that you can even distort it a little bit more by doing that. Now we want to edit the width of the point. But notice, so we're going to hover over the point until we see a little squiggly line there. Now we're going to double click. And now we can change the total width of the point to 0. Get a really nice curve to it. Now this is also when you might want to create outlines, because now you've just created this shape probably much easier than you would have if you had gone and drawn the outside of it. So we can do Object to do outline. I forgot where create outlines was for a second. Well, you guys should probably still know where it is. I'm spacing. It's probably right in front of me, and you're like, Miss Owen, it's right there. Object Path. There we go. Outline Stroke. Object Path, Outline Stroke. And now we have this awesome shape. So you can actually, before you do that too, you can actually copy and paste it. Or after you do that, you can adjust, you can rotate it, da-da-da, ta-da, beautiful. Rotate a little bit that way. I don't know, make it however you want it. It's yours, I don't care. And now that we have that, we're going to click that, group it, or if you like the final one. Now we're going to put it right here, and we got some smoke. It's also got a transparency, which you can fix. But it's really nice for smoke. So now the next thing is we're going to arrange everything. All these things, all these things that we just made. We're going to put them together in here. And so you want everything from the start parts of your artboard to move over here. You can arrange them any way you want to. They can be the same way that they are on the example that I've posted in Schoology. They don't have to be. You can rearrange it as needed. These two could be together. They don't have to be. Oops. Right? So arrange that however you want. And then what I'll probably be doing is I'll probably be looking for the questions in one of these start ones. Let's just call it the flame one here for a second. So I'm going to move that guy over. So where we made the smoke or the flames, right here, that's where I'm going to ask you to answer your 3 questions from Schoology today. You can add any shapes you want. You can rearrange that any way you want. File save as a PDF and submit to Schoology.